being a parent to small kids is my current favorite thing in the world. You know this?
Yeah.
Nakakatuwa talaga how you see their personalities unfold from infancy to the toddler years and beyond.
A lot of fun, diba?
Super.
I mean, having Primo, Leon, Alana, Astro, and even Anya now, they're all so unique, but equally adorable. But, there's a big but there.
But.
While raising tiny humans can be exciting, navigating the ups and the downs of child development is no joke.
Nope, parenting is not for the weak. So, paano na nga ba? What can we expect? How do we handle the changes? And how do we support our little ones during this fun but wild ride? Yan ang pag-usapan natin today.
Welcome to the Wilkins Health Circle, Circle of Trust. So if you're a mom, dad, soon-to-be parent, second parent, or just somebody who cares about family, health, and hydration, this is your safe space. I'm Evelania, and excited na talaga ako to be learning with you all kasama ang asawa kong si Drew.
Parati ako nandito, pasensya. And today, may mga kasama tayo sa kwentuhan.
Joining us today is award-winning actress, host, entrepreneur, and mom of 3 to 21-year-old Callie, 10-year-old Alonzo, and 3-year-old Elio. Say hello to Dimples Romano!
Hey, good to see you. Siyempre, kasama rin natin sa kwentuhan ang isang former TV producer, artist manager, content creator, and mom of 3 to 7-year-old Kea and 3-year-old fraternal twins, Eric and Erin. Meet Cham Magsaysay. Welcome, Cham.
Hello. Cham. At syempre, hindi kompletong conversation without expert advice. Sharing his insights on not just surviving, but thriving through the ups and downs of raising tiny humans is developmental and behavioral pediatrician, Dr. Francis Dimalanta.
Hello, thank you for having me here.
Thank you for sharing your time with us, Doc.
As parents, feeling ko lahat tayo, we're guilty of the tendency to just like ramble about how adorable our kids are. But what I especially like about this stage we're in is that despite knowing, how kids will be kids, siblings will be siblings, kakaroon pa rin sila eventually ng friction once in a while. And I think it's just pure joy when we see them have fun together.
Just to be able to witness how they grow with each other, how they love on each other and care for each other without us even having to say anything. Like, do you remember that time when Astro, being the 3-year-old that he is still having a hard time, regulating his emotions and feelings, medyo nagwawala siya. And you know how children can be kapag nagwawala sila. And Alana just approached him and tried to pacify him without us even having to say anything. And it's in those moments na parang, siguro may tama naman tayong ginagawa as parents. Diba? And it makes it all worth it, even though it can be hard at times.
So this is what I want to ask you guys, or girls. Was there like a challenge that you encountered during your child's development that really made an impact on you? If so, how did you handle it while making your child feel supported?
Parang ako si Muno. Sa akin, parang wala akong araw na naaalalang walang challenge yung development.
Every
Parang
day.
ako, hindi ko inisip ko na nga, ikaw bang na-challenge na ako o ako ang na-challenge? Kasi at the time when Callie was growing up, in our home, we really encouraged them to make their own choices as early as for when they have muwang in their heads. No? So si Cal was always parang teased and expected to be an artista because I was heavily doing a lot of dramas when she was growing up. And parang nahihiya na siya to a point na sumagot na, hindi po. Tapos ako na yung nagiging uncomfortable kasi bakit nagiging uncomfortable yung anak ko sa mga questions sa mga tao when I don't even ask those questions to my own daughter. And then I realized na if I helped Callie with that challenge of a lot of voices and hearing a lot of questions outside of our home, if I helped her create a stronger voice within her that spoke her own truth, picked her own choices, knew who she wanted to be when she was older, then kahit anong marinig niyang ingay sa labas ng bahay namin, yes, magiging solid yung pinaka-foundation niya kahit di niya ako kasama. And then eventually, she realized she wanted to become a pilot, just like my father-in-law was. And sabi ko, kung ayaw maging artista kagaya ko, pero gustong maging piloto kagaya ng papa mo, my love, then why not? And so we encourage her to leave for Australia alone in a country we didn't have any family. And we told her, kaya mo to anak. Set herself up there, went straight to college, and finished a little under the time that she was supposed to finish. So she's now a Filipina pilot in Australia living independently.
I'm sure that's such a core memory, not just for Cal, but also for the whole family. But for you naman, Sham,
And actually, it's really a touchy topic for me to discuss because before I was really hesitant to talk about this. Nung naalala ko yung mga 1-year-old sila, si Erin, yung twin girl, parang she said her first words na. But at the same time, we were also very worried for her twin brother kasi wala pa nga siyang words. Naghanap na talaga kami ng developmental pediatrician to have him checked. And then after a series of like tests sa kanya, he was diagnosed with GDD or global developmental delay. And I was in denial at first, pero at the same time, deep in my heart, I know there's something wrong. And then, so totoo lang, kasi I'm the type of mom who shares everything on social media. I'm like that. I share as in small wins, big wins, even the struggles of being a mom. But this time, I was so scared of sharing. Sorry. Kasi parang I was so scared kasi deep in my heart, parang I don't want to share kasi di ba kapag nag-share ka sa social media, that means it's official. And that time, I don't want him to be labeled as such. So, it took a while. Parang I shared it just this year. Through time, parang nagkaroon na ako ng acceptance. So ako, I realized na I wanted to share so that I can help other moms. Yeah. So after that nga, so hindi naman namin tinigil yung therapy niya. He has occupational therapy, speech therapy, and play school. Every week talaga, tuloy-tuloy siya. Ang nakakatuwa kasi, ang bilis na ng progress niya. I want to share lang, there's this one time recently lang, I was working on my laptop. And then, nung umupo siya sa tabi ko, and then he was like imitating me typing. And then randomly, I asked him, "Oh, Eric, where's the letter A?" So, hindi ko sure kasi first time din. Hindi ko alam sasagot siya. He typed the letter A. And then, tuloy-tuloy siya hanggang sa several letters. Kasi diba yung keyboard, hindi naman siya alphabetically arranged. But he was able to look for it. And for us, it's a big win already. And then when I sent it nga to my family, they all cried nung nakita nila. Kasi it's really a big progress na sa kanya.
that's a win. That's a big win.
Ano ba? Parang, you know, it's, I guess that's the beauty of having a village where you can just really open your heart up to. Thank you for sharing your vulnerabilities with us. It really takes courage, and especially, you know, when Cham shared how it took a while for you to accept it. You have to give it to yourself too, because as the mama, it really takes courage, and it takes a courageous mama to also help a son like Eric. That's what he needs you to be, and you're on the right path. We're so proud of you, Cham. We're here rooting for you and Eric. Ay, nako, I hope that this inspires all the other mamas out there who are also facing this kind of challenge. In Cham's case, you know, she noticed a delay in Eric's development and she acted on it right away.
Yeah.
So, can you let us know, Doc, what are the things that we need to watch out for in our children's early development?
So, for the newborn, yan yung 0 to 2 months, usually nagugulat sila, di ba? Pag malakas yung tunog, that's your moro reflex. And they like staring at faces. Kaya sinabi ko, hindi kailangan bumibili ng kung ano-anong kulay at toys. Rounder your face, mas gusto nila. Kaya hindi ako nagpapapaya. Good one, Doc. Di ba pag pinapalitan mo ng diaper, gagalaw ka left to right para alam mo kung nagtatrack. Pag infant naman, 2 to 12 months old natin, dapat yung bata nakaka-roll over na. Nagbabubble, nagre-respond to name calling. So pag tinawag mo, dapat tumingin. Diba? And ang 1-year-old, para matandaan natin yun, marunong mag-point. 1. Where's the light? Where's daddy? Where's mommy? So, 1-year-old dapat naglalakad na yan. Kaya hindi ba dapat yung bata nag-crawl muna bago tumayo, nag-cruise at maglalakad? First year of life, motor skills ang titignan natin. Then, you can hold them by the hand. They can say 1, 2 words. They can say bye-bye.
So, Doc, sa first couple of months, eye contact is already something that they should.
Yes. Di ba yung akala mong mabait na bata, baka hindi mabait. Kasi, di ba, hindi siya tumitingin, tahimik lang siya and all. There might be something. And I think as parents, you all knew that. You were all telling me the same story. You knew, ayaw mo lang munang aksyonan, but you did eventually.
Gut feel.
Yes. Di ba, follow your gut feel. Ikaw ang ina, ama niyan. A toddler, 1 to 3 years old, dapat naglalakad na siya independent. 18 months to 2 years old, mahihirapan na yan. And pag hindi ka naglakad, mahihirapan ka magsalita. Because the motor area of your brain is next to your speech center. It's
connected.
Yeah, karga ng karga lahat ng caregivers. Diba? So kailangan pag-apakin niyo yan. Diba? So kailangan nagko-crawl sila. By 2 years old, they should have 50 words, whether it's a boy or a girl. Excluding mama, papa, lolo, lola, ama, angkong.
Any language, though.
Any language because they all develop the same babbling first, di ba? And then the words. Pero hindi pwedeng do for dog, ka for cat. Dapat buo. So, 2 years old, 50 words. Pag hindi, patingin tayo. Pag 3 to 5 years old, preschoolers na sila eh. They would like to tell stories, di ba? They play with their peers. They can dress by themselves. Kasi, balik ako, ang 2-year-old, dapat ganito lang ang hawak sa pen. Ang 3, kaya 3, tripod grasp, 3-year-old. Oh, and you could do scribbling, but not on the wall, tables, and floor. Di ba dapat doon ka sa papel na walang line? And until 6 years old, pwede kang magbaliktaran ng letters. Now, pagdating naman nilang school age, 6 years old, dapat yan nakaka-read. We should be starting to read to our kids as early as 6 months. Kasi naiuupo mo siya dito, mataturn mo yung page, diba? So, we know that when you start that early, magiging mas mabilis ang kanilang progress. It's also important for you to sing to them, but they like the voices of the moms, Drew.
Yeah.
Kasi
No,
mababa boses
They
mo.
do not like when I
Because
sing.
mababa. So, tataasan mo, ipitin mo. Twinkle,
Twinkle, twinkle.
Okay, so if they cannot focus, that's also another story because that's your school-age child na yan, di ba? Hindi sila marunong makipagkaibigan. Very, di ba, reserved or ganyan. And I will also draw from what you mentioned earlier, buo ang kalooban ng anak mo because if there's one thing you want to be able to buy for your kids but you can't, it's self-esteem. And do you know that now we're telling mothers and fathers not to always say good job? Because you need an internal source of affirmation sa'yo galing. Hindi, pag ikaw praise mo ko, pag hindi mo ko praise, feeling ko, hindi mo na ako love. Diba? So how do you feel about it? Of course, you do it for an age-appropriate child. So mahalaga to make sure that the kids are nurtured throughout their developmental journey, physical, emotional, and mental support. And that would include making sure they are hydrating well. And for children, especially kids or toddlers, lalo na when they're active, diba? Mahalaga ang balanced diet and staying hydrated. Kids need to drink enough water to help maintain not only their concentration, mental clarity, and their performance. It's even said, the American Academy of Pediatrics, that children between ages 1 to 3 should be drinking 4 cups of beverages per day, which includes not only milk but water. And ages 4 to 8, they should aim for about 5 cups per day. And older children like us should be doing 7 to 8 cups or glasses a day.
So much valuable information that we just got, a few minutes listening to you, Doc. But it's also such a relief that Wilkins Distilled is our partner when it comes to hydrating the whole family, right? So that's one less worry for parents like us. Okay, last question for Dimples and Shams. What advice would you give to parents raising small kids na masasabi niyong nakatulong ng malaki sa inyo?
Siguro from personal experience kasi parang while we are all listening to one another, hindi ko talaga pwedeng sabihin how you're gonna raise your children because I really believe we're gifted our children for a very specific reason and that's because we know them best. So sa akin, the very first thing that really helped us with all 3 children was to always, as soon as they wake up, ask them how they feel. So because that practice really was practiced from first child, second to third, na-realize ko it is a very empowering question. Something that tells them na in our home, you are allowed to speak your heart and your mind, and that's okay.
Galing.
So for me, as a mom who's raising a neurodivergent child, early intervention talaga is the key. So ang hirap kasi talaga pag in denial ka. So kapag napapansin mo na meron ka ng gut feel, work on it ASAP and work on your child ASAP, help your child ASAP. So always remember then that you are not alone.
Thank you so much, Champ. Thank you, Dims. And of course, thank you, Doc, for all of your advice. Yes, you are not alone. We are right here for you. At ganun din ang Wilkins Health Circle community where you can ask for expert advice and connect with fellow moms and parents about all things parenting, family, and health.
Surround yourself with people who care and brands that make your life easier. Just like Wilkins Distilled, the water brand most trusted by doctors and moms nationwide.
Let's keep up the marihan and even the parihan outside of the show. Make sure to sign up and join the Wilkins Health Circle community. And let's support each other every step of the way. Maraming salamat sa pagsama sa amin today. Do watch out for our next episode.
Thank you so much for staying with us.
Keep going, moms and dads. We're all rooting for you.